visibility or traffic and the ranking by these search engines, so that like your website will rank according to how much Google find it valuable. Like if you create a content which are high quality and which are good, the Google will rank it high. So that like if you are having a website on education, if somebody Google something about education, or your content will be the first one, so that people can click on it. So there are different types of search engines. That the main one that nowadays we use is Google, but there's Bing, there is Yahoo, and there are others. But nowadays mainly use Google. So through the SEO, you're supposed to understand the arithmetics or the metrics of how these search engines work, so that you can manipulate it, and so that you can also rate higher. You can like unaweza con like Google hadi rate content yako higher than others. So how do search engine works? Through crawling. Search engine, so like in a crawl through the website, inaangalia if your website is updated or not. So like if you find a website that has not been updated for like 1 year, it will not be ranked like high. Google always also rank websites that are always updated, like at least every week, so that they assume that your content is there, is late, and then it's updated. It is something that people might want. Like let's say you take like 2 years without updating your website, and let's say like you've worked until you've done SEO until your website is ranking among the highest. If you don't update it, that means there's no new content or there's nothing new that you've done. So Google will start the ranking, it will start going lower and lower and lower. And after even sometimes you'll find yourself you're out of the first page. Your content will not appear on the first page when somebody Googles something. And there's indexing. Indexing is that when they can recognize your headings, they can recognize how the content and how relevant it is. Like let's say if you're having a website on, that's why most of the time they tell you like if you're having a website, have a specific topic and be specific as possible. Like if you are talking about education, let's just say like education is so wide. If you have a website that is doing education, you'll be competing with the big companies. But let's say if you say I'm going to focus on kindergarten, and this kindergarten, my website is not just about kindergarten education. It's just going to talk about English or how to help your child speak English. The more specific your website is, the easier it is to rank, because Google can identify people who need your content. And also they can just say this is relevant to this topic, so it will rank easily. And then the ranking. So that's just about the relevance, authority, and the user's experience. That's that. The search engines also check how long do people take in your page. Like if somebody clicks a given blog, how long do they take? Most of the time it is recommended they will look at people, if people have taken more than like 30 seconds at least. Yeah, although they check that if people just click on your link and then they come out, they click on your link and then they come out, then the search engine will the ranking will be lower, because they'll assume that maybe your content is of low quality or people are not getting what they need from your website or your blogs. So why should we have SEO? So SEO is for driving organic traffic, and then it also improves the brand visibility, credibility, and it can also create conversations and increase also sales. So we have on-page SEO. So on-page SEO is the one that you do on the page, like they're the one who is controlling it. Like right now, you've created a content and then you optimize it on your page. So it does not rely on the outside sources. So this is just something that you do and you work on, and then Google will just rank it naturally. Hello?
Yeah, I had a question.
Yeah.
Maybe when you talked about if you don't maybe update your website for about a year, and then Google may not really rank you very high. So, is updating content about maybe activities like blogging, or maybe just removing the previous contents that are within your website and replacing it with new content? So, what is like updating your website in this case?
Updating can mean creating a new blog post, but also you need to also edit. Like if a content is like 1 year, they always look at it as an old content. So like if you created a blog and then it has stayed for 1 year, you can just make some changes and you update because they assume that things have changed. Your opinion, of course, maybe have changed. Maybe you wrote about an iPhone and then that is now the last edition. So they always want you to update. Even you can update and you can also create new content also. But also it's good to sometimes go back and make some changes to your former, the previous content that you already created.
Okay.
Okay, let us continue. So, okay, we're talking about the on-page SEO. On-page is the one that you do, how you write your content, how it will appear, and then also how that's the on-page, what you do individually to make your content rank higher. So, in order to optimize your content, you start by you need to do a thorough research and you understand your target market. Like if you are blogging about parents, you really need to know which words to use, which voice to use, and also do your thorough research. What do they want to hear? So you need to understand them, and then you will create those content according to your target market. Like if you maybe create a content for maybe people who are not even educated, you are trying to teach them something, but you are using very tough terms, or maybe you are creating content on software engineering and you are targeting people who know nothing about software engineering. So if you use tough terms, most of the time your users will not be getting you, and then they'll just be clicking and then coming out of your website. And then you need to also use keywords. So you have to use the right keywords, and then also how you align your page also matters. The appearance of your website. So let's look at the keyword research or keyword search. So like there are different tools that you can use to search the keywords, like Google Keyword Planner. So Google Keyword Planner, you just log it is an extension. If you put it on Chrome, you are able, like if you Google anything, you can get the keyword, you can see the questions that people ask. So you can also use this one. It's a good tool that can help you when you are looking for the content to put on your website in terms of questions and in terms of keywords. And then there's the SEMrush and then the Ahref. You can use any of them. I like using this one called Seeability. So there's a way of incorporating also keywords to your content. Like there's supposed to be a specific number of keywords that you put in your content. It's not supposed to be too much. If it's too much also, they can see that you are trying too hard to manipulate your way. They can think like it is a spam. So also, like if you have those keywords, it's not supposed to be too much. It's not supposed to be also too little. So when you use applications like Yoast, you are able to know. Yoast will guide you. We'll do it practically, and you'll see it will guide you, and it will show you. Oh, you put too much keywords there, and then if you put like too little, it will tell you the recommended for this length of content. The recommended number of the keywords is like 7 or it's like 11. Yeah, so you will know what to do. And then you need to understand like the title tags. Title tags. If you created a blog, there was this section where next to the publish, it allowed you to put tags on that blog. So tags are for like WordPress. It can go like when WordPress allows you, you can Google a specific topic. You can Google like farming or organic farming, and then it can bring all the content that was written on that. So it is good to have the tags. It will allow you to reach other bloggers. And then the meta description. Meta description is very important when you are doing on-page SEO. Meta description is, let's say, like if you Google your company right now, there's a description that will come there. Like if you just Google something or Google your company, there's a description that will show there, and then down it's always a link. First is always a heading, and then there's always a description, and then it's always a link. So it is always good to edit this meta description with a keyword. It should have a keyword. Alright, if you have a keyword, when people are Googling, let's say the title has a keyword, the meta description has a keyword, the headings have a keyword, some of the headings are there, the blog that you've written will rank higher. So the best practice for on-page optimization, you need to create unique, high-quality content. We talked about that. Your content needs to be quality, not just quantity. Although it's also recommended to have a long blog sometimes, but you should. Okay, it doesn't. It's not good if it is like long and then you're just writing rubbish there. No, it's always good to have high quality. It's better to have high quality that when as readers get into your blog, they can get what they want or they can take. But by the time, even if you write 500 words, by the time they go through those 500 words, I'm sure 2 or 3 minutes will have passed. So quality is always, we should always prioritize quality. And also your content should be very specific. Like I told you, it is always easy to be ranked higher if your content is about one specific thing. If you are writing about milk, let us just talk about milk. Or if you are writing about oil, a specific maybe olive oil, just talk about olive oil. Talk about different types of olive oil. Instead of talking about olive oil and then you start talking about sunflower oil, such that. And then we'll also do optimization of the image. It's very important. If you're using Yoast, if you don't optimize the image, it will show you all this. And then let's talk about URLs and internal linking. For your website to rank higher, you need to add some internal linking. This internal linking, let's say you are blogging about activities that kids do at home, and then down there you can also put a link of something that you wrote about, let's say, other activities that children can do at school. So you can put for people there, you can also read that. Or let's say you talked about a given toy, maybe you talked about sensory toys, and then there's a blog you wrote about sensory toys. You can put it there so that people can click on it, because it will increase your growth. And then apart from the internal linking, which are of course the links from your website, you need external linking. Your website or your blogs should have links from outside. Like let's say you quoting other people, so you can quote other people there or use other links and then you link on your page. Yeah, so we will do also that practically and then you'll see. And then now there's off-page SEO. So these are factors that are outside of your website. These are things that you cannot easily influence, but of course you can try. So these includes like if there's manually adding of links. So let's say like if you share your links to friends and then they click on it, it is not something that they found on your website, but it was outside. So that's why you need also to do off-page SEO, which is of course always difficult than the on-page, because on-page is something that is in your control. So other ways of doing off-page SEO is you can share your content to social media profiles like Facebook. If somebody clicks through it in Facebook, Google can see that, oh, okay, this is something that people like. There are so many people who are clicking this from outside your website. So it's also something good. You can add business directories. Like if you have a business, you can also put it in the business directories where people can get you there and click on it. It will also help you grow your website. And then there's the blog comments. You can comment on other blogs. Like let's say you are like the way writing about parenting, you go to other blogs that are also writing about parenting and then you comment, oh, that was nice. I also thought this or through my blog, and then you add the link to your blog there. So other people who are on those websites might click on it. And there's also forum posting. You can post on forums and Q&A sites. That's like Quora. Yeah. Like the first day I told you about Quora. So you can post on Quora, you can comment. People always ask questions, you can comment there, and you can also put the link to your website. When somebody clicks on it, it will continue ranking. So like off-page SEO can help you very easily to grow and be ranked higher than on-page. And also job listing. This one, you sometimes you find there are these companies that list jobs that are not there. They just list, but like let's say even in Kenya, if you list a job, how many people will apply? Even you can even get 5,000 applications. So imagine all those 5,000 people are going to go, and then you are going to direct them to your website. So click this link, and then they are going to read about that job, and then they are going to apply. So that is also another way. I know it's a bad way of doing things, but yeah, some people do that. And then there's ask for link. There's guest blogging. So guest blogging is when you ask people, you can write an article and then you give them to post on their website. That's why sometimes you see like there are some websites they will write the author of that article is different from there are different authors. So they will allow you to post a blog for them, and then they post in their website, and then inside there in between you can put a link to your website. So you can just be talking maybe about something, and then you put a link over of some content also that you created. Yeah, so that one will also help you, because in SEO, Google can notice where all the links where your content are. So they can notice there's backlinks in this website. There is a link in your link in this other website, and this other website, and this other website. Yeah, so you need to increase the number of those links. And then we also have email outreach. If you are doing the email marketing, you can just create content, post to many people, and some of them, of course, will click on it. But of course, some of them always ignore those email, but it's a good thing. And then ego bait. Ego bait is where, like, let's say you have a website on politics. So you just go and then say nice thing. Let me say if you decide Raila, you'll write so many nice things about Raila. Let's say Raila okay, they have a website. And then so you are expecting them to reply. They can reply and they can say, or they can just put a link of your website in their website and just compliment like, oh, this person said this nice thing. This one can also work like when you are reviewing products. Like you can just say a nice thing about Blue Band, and then maybe the Unilever might see, and then they can just put that link on their website and say like, oh, this is one of our customers, or this is one of our reviews. Yeah, so that's also another way. And then broken link building. Now that one you learn in SEMrush, you can edit those links that, like sometimes you can put a link on your website and then somebody deletes that blog. Maybe they wrote a blog, you cannot control that, so you need to edit it where it's possible. And then there's image link attribution. Image link is where on all your image you put attribution. You see, like nowadays there's the Google image, so someone can search for an image, and then your image will appear. Let's say it's a mango fruit, and then maybe in the attribution there you wrote a mango fruit, what juicy mango fruit, and whenever you click on an image, you always see there's always a button that allows you to go to the website. Yeah. So that one can also help when you put an image attribution. It can help people can find your image among other image. Yes. Because there are other people who might not even put attribution. So maybe if they want a black innocent girl, and then on your website you wrote that attribution a black innocent girl, yeah, they might find their way back to your website. And then there's the unlink, so these are mainly like you always there are websites that will allow you to pay, and then you get the off-page SEO. Like you get you pay a specific amount, and then they have they'll link your website or your content to their pages. Mainly. So there are different tools, including Hrefs. This is mainly good for backlinking analysis, keyword search, and site audit. Site audit is when you check how good your website is. It will just do an audit and it will show you like the state in terms of SEO, the state and the ranking. It will just show you. And then there's seeability. I like using seeability because it's not free but it is free, but also they always just allow you to do keyword search only like 5 times. After that, daily. So after doing, you wait for the next day. After you wait for the next day. But I think doing like 5 times in a day, that's it. You can get enough information to just like write an article or so, and then the next day you do it again. Yeah, but most of them, they are not free. There are some features there are some features they give you for free, and there are some features that you might need to pay for, but it's unnecessary because you can just use what they are offering. SEMrush is always known for competitor analysis, where you can just analyze your competitors and see what they are doing, the keywords that they are using. You can also see the backlinks, where are their content linked, so that you can approach even those websites if you like. Some of the websites you can approach them and say like, you have this article, you can be a guest blogger, and some of them will agree, but some of them, of course, if you target those highly ranked websites, they might say no. And then there's Moz. Moz also just does the keyword research, link analysis, and then ranking and site crawling. It's just the same thing that this other one does. Yeah, so that's all. If you have any question, do you have any question up to there? Does anybody have a question? Okay, if you don't have a question, then me, I have a question. What's the difference between like the on page and the off page? Lewis, from what I presented, what's the difference between on page and off page SEO?
Well, so from what I've presented, what I've gathered is on-page SEO are those factors that you can control regarding your website, while off-page are things that are outside your website that but influence also your search engine ranking.
Yeah. Who else wants to explain?
I can try.
Yeah.
Yeah, for on-page, it relies on the owner, that is the content created, while the off-page is the external.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's basically that the off page is things that they are not under your control. You're just trying, but you can't know. So, what are other ways of like off page optimization? Like strategies. Which other strategies? Which strategies can you use for off page? Who will answer that? Somebody else who has not answered.
What was the question again?
Some of the strategies that you can use for off-page SEO.
Using links.
Yeah.
Connecting links to your website for the backlinks.
Yeah. Okay, someone else to give another example, another strategies.
Marketing your links.
Yes, you can market your links through social media or any other form. Almost as said forum.
Marketing, maybe content marketing. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do keyword search. Let me just share my screen. So first, I want us to do the Google keyword planner. So just Google here. So if you Google, you'll find it like it's a plugin. You just find there Google details keyword planner, and then you'll install it. I have it already, but if you don't have it, you need to install it in your Chrome. And so if you've not installed it, you'll just click, I think it will come like this side, install.
We can see a screen.
Sorry. Can you see it now?
Yeah, maybe you can review how you got there.
Okay, if you search, you're supposed to search the Google Keyword Planner. If you search, you just come down here and then you will see it. After the question, you will see Keyword Planner here. And just press on it. So after this, we will install it. I've already installed mine, but I think you'll see install somewhere here. So have you managed to install?
Add it as an extension.
Yes, you add it as an extension.
Yeah, on my end it has worked. I am at remove from Chrome.
Okay. So if you add it as an extension, anytime you want to use Google, anything.
Okay, wait, I'm stuck. We do what? We search the keyword planner.
Yes.
And then?
Google Keyword Planner. Then you go to Google. Can you share your screen? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Have you managed?
No.
Can you share your screen so that you can see?
I've shared my screen. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
No. Can you share the window?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Can you see?
Yes, you can see now.
So now I search for?
You search for Google keyword planner.
This.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
I remove the ad.
Yeah, remove the ad.
Mm-hmm.
Now scroll down. Yeah, there, keyword planner.
This one.
Yes, click on it.
Let me help you. So this is it.
Now click on add to Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, thanks.
So if you manage to log in or okay, add it. Anytime you Google something, let's say you want to Google organic farming. Anytime you Google organic farming, that time it will show here. Wait, yeah. You see these tools? It can show. So if you come here, it will give you some of the key phrases like people are using organic farming in Kenya, organic farming advantage, organic farming methods, organic farming PDF. These are mainly now like what people are looking for. University of offering organic farming in Kenya. I think because of my location, they are basing this on that. And then you can also see what are people asking. Like when people Google, you always ask this question: how do I do this? So these are some of the questions you will see. How to start organic farming? How does organic farming help the environment? Is the father of organic farming? Can you use pesticides in organic farming? So these are the questions that mostly when people are using Google, people always ask. So sometimes, like if you're having a blog, it is always good to know what people are asking in that topic so that you answer that. You can even include the same question the way people are asking it. Like if you have a blog and you're writing about organic farming, just come and then in that one paragraph you say, how is organic farming better than the environment? Better for the environment. Yeah, so that's it. So these are also some of those phrases: conventional farming versus organic farming. So these are the main things that you're supposed to include in your content also for higher ranking. Or like if you have a website on organic farming, of course if you have all these there, there's a high chance that it will increase your rating.
Augustine,
Yeah.
I'm seeing like there are different colors. Like there are some that are having some shades of yellow. There are some that look like, I don't know, brownish. So is it that maybe different questions have different weights in terms of maybe the frequency in which people are asking about them? So that maybe you pick a certain group and leave out some.
Yes, the ones on the right, like, was it, yeah, right, okay. The on the left, on my left, these ones, like, okay, this page, these ones are the ones that people are always asking the most. But also, like, if you are a website that is starting, that means you are competing with all the websites that are doing organic farming.
Mhm.
Yeah, so sometimes it is also good to just maybe go to for like low volume content, so that you are it's less competitive.
Like you go for these questions on the, is it the right side, like that not so many people are asking about?
Yes, because you'll get like so many people are asking about them, but the other ones, so many people, okay, there are more than these other ones. So of course, many blogs are writing about that too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you just have to weigh that. So you always have to also include things that,
That not so many people are talking about.
yes, yeah. Yes.
Forward when a question when I'll be using my search icon on Google, I'll be able to now have those other options because we plugged in the other one, the addition.
Yes. So anytime right now, if you're googling anything on YouTube, on Chrome, you could, there's one for YouTube you can install.
Mhm.
But like if you are using Chrome all the time, if you Google anything right now, there's that option of seeing the keywords and the questions, and yeah.
Okay.
So I think we'll log into your. If you've not logged in now, you can log back to your dashboard. We'll use the dashboard.
Please share your screen.
Wait. Let me log into my, and then I'll share. So you'll go back to the dashboard, and then now we'll see how you can do SEO. Yeah. Did you guys did you install Yoast? You're supposed to install Yoast and activate it. But in case you have, if you are here, you'll just go to the post and then all posts, and then you'll get all the posts that you created. Yeah, just on this page.
It's called Yoast SEO, right?
Yeah, Yoast
SEO.
SEO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I believe we did it on the second day.
And you can activate it if you didn't activate.
So you say we go to post and all posts.
Yeah. So, like, if you are here, let's say this is the blog you wrote, you'll just come down here.
Sarah is asking a question. Where do we activate? Maybe you can show.
Or come to plugins. You'll come to install plugins. Whenever you're at the install plugins, you'll see all the plugins that are installed. So if it is not there, that means you've not installed it. You need to go to add a new plugin. So like here, like this one, let me say this is an example of a plugin. If yours is not activated, it will write here activated. If it is already activated, you just see here there's a press button of deactivate. So if it is not activated, you just press here activate. But in case you not install, you just come here, add new plugin. And then you just search it here. Yeah, so it's this one, this first one by the team Yoast. And then you just install it. It will be like this. And then you press install now. Okay, let's go back to the post. So like this is one of my blogs. You just come here, and then you bring the cursor here, you will see this. So you press here edit. So this is my blog titled the upper therapy activity for autism that you can do at home. So when you scroll down on this page, this edit page, you will see this now the Yoast is here. It's showing that SEO is a frown. Readability is green. That means my content is just a good quality with good English that people can understand. But if you are writing like a content, like a tech content, most of the time, of course, readability is not green, but that is still okay because maybe you are targeting IT gurus, so it can't be readability, can't be green. And so, like, let's say I've done a keyword search. Like this one is not optimized already. I've done a keyword search, and maybe one of my keyword search was.
So if yours is red, like mine.
If what is red?
Readability.
The readability. Yeah, that means your content cannot be understood by a normal person, like a person who just understands normal English. So maybe you are putting things which are technical, or maybe you are using too complicated language or English. Yeah.
Obnoxious.
Yeah, so kutumia hizo itaonyesha red. You need to use simple English that any person who's just hata kuna basic education can read your blog. That's,
Okay.
yeah, but if your blog, of course, is about tech, of course, it can't be green because some of the words have to be complicated a little bit.
Actually, it's not tech, but yeah, we'll just check it. Okay.
Okay. So, like, if I had searched for the keywords, you'll just come here and let's say one of the keywords that I decided that I'm going to include is abatherapy. Let me say. And then you just include it here. So you see, whenever you write a face, you will choose those keywords that you searched. We will search it also. We'll use other Ability and other apps also to search for keywords, and then you'll see. Like if I write here abatherapy, you are seeing the SEO has changed from red to orange. Orange means medium, but you want it to be green. So abatherapy we've written there. And then we'll come, you just scroll down, and then you'll see meta description. You need a meta description, and since the keyword is abatherapy, the meta description needs to have that word. And then the length also matters. You have to write a meta description until it's at least green. This line over here is green. You see, now it's green. It has to be a specific length. And then what is my SEO saying? My SEO has turned into green. Okay, I need to know that. Okay. I think I had already optimized it a little bit. So if you come here, the SEO mainly will show here if it is happy or not. And then you'll come now here and then you'll check. It will show you the results. First of all, you can see my website. It can show you first. It starts with the problem and the good results. From this, you can see that outbound link. There's no outbound link that appear on this page. You need to add some. And then there's the key phrases in the heading. Use more key phrases for heading 2 and heading 3. So I need to add that abatherapy in on the headings, heading 2 and heading 3. And then there's the outbound links, and that's the link that I've removed, like maybe from a hospital blog, and then niweke kwa hiyo blog yangu yenye nimecreate. So I need to add a little more link here and there. And then there's an image here. So image do not have attributes. So like all the images needs to have attributes. And then it's showing image is good. Internal links, I've already added internal links. Internal links are my links. So that's okay. The introduction is well done. The key phrase density is great. And then the reference length is great. The SEO title is great. If you put too long title, sometimes it does not like that. It will tell you that the title is too long. So those are some of the things that it will guide you. And then the meta description length, well done. You see, like when I started writing the meta description, it was yellow, and then when I went ahead, it started turning green. And then there's the reference in the Slack great work, there's the text length. Good job. It will tell you whether the length is, if you have like a short blog, of course, it's not recommended. You can't have a blog of like 100 words.
What's the I for up here?
Yeah.
Deka I. Jicho naona down, no, go down. Yeah. There. That one.
No, you can highlight this and then you can copy. Let's say you are a what? You are a digital marketer for a company. So let me show you how we are going to optimize this blog. And then you can see what I was talking about when I was talking about the heading, how to add the heading, and then how to add the image. The keyword that we are using is ABBA therapy, and we'll just use the same blog so that you can see. So since we created the blog with Elementor, we'll just edit it with Elementor. You just come on the blog and then down here and scroll down and duplicate. And you see edit with Elementor. So most of the time, if a client hires you, they can give you like a blog to edit. You have to make sure that it turns green because they will be checking. They'll check if it turns green. So you have to keep on trying and trying with the keywords until it turns green. That is when the client will be satisfied. So this is my blog. When you are doing optimization and you say that we are using the keyword ABBA.
There is a question by Lewis.
Yeah.
Yes, my question is, so when you are doing the meta description, does it have a limit in terms of words? Because initially, as I was writing my meta description, it reached a point it turned green. Then as I continued writing the description, it changed again from green to brown. What may be the issue?
It's supposed to leave it at green. You make sure it is just there, the right amount. If you exceed, now it turns also brown, which is not recommended. It will come now, it's an error, it's an SEO error. So you're supposed to reduce it again. I just want the right amount, not too much, not too little.
Okay, thank you.
Does it show a percentage when for the green, like maybe 90% green?
It will show, if the more you write, it will just be moving green and then it will show brown.
No, but it doesn't show like percentage.
The percent, no, but it will show you the point to stop. Like if you write one more word, it will turn brown, so you know that this should be the last word also.
Yeah, there's something else that you mentioned, maybe that when you do a search of maybe a website, you always see a meta description, and I know some links.
Yes.
Can you search one?
Okay, let me. Let me just share. So, like, if you Google, let's say even Safaricom, use content here, discover Safaricom mobile. These are the metadata that they've included there. If you Google something like,
So, like the first things that you see, that is what you talk about as metadata.
yes,
Uh,
now those things are the ones that will be put here. Like this is the metadata of Wikipedia. In the end, the one organic farming is also known. So if you don't put metadata, if somebody Googles like your company and you not put metadata, sometimes Google just takes any content out of nowhere and can put it there. So if you put a meta description, it will guide Google. That is the content that will appear. If somebody Googles your company, that is the one that appears. But if you don't put, sometimes it just comes out with funny content. Or let's say even if you are, especially let's say your domain name was owned by another company and maybe they stopped using it and then you took the domain name again, it can even appear with the description of the other company or even what people think about your company. Let's say somebody online talked about your company, you'll give it review, it can appear that way. So you need to describe your content, every content you're writing, every blog post, anything. If you describe it, it is what will appear here, and it also helps with the ranking. Google can rank that your topic, your title, your heading, and your meta description are the same. So it will rank easily and it will rank higher. Let us continue. So when you come to your blog and then the keywords, you can use like 2 or 3 words on 3 keywords on one blog, but you can have a major keyword like the way I said mine on this blog. I'm using the abatherapy. So if you have that word abatherapy, you'll just continue. Like sometimes it will give you an error that word does not appear as many times. If it does not appear as many times, you will start reading your content and see where to add it. More. Like mine, I think appears many times already. Abatherapy. But if yours does not, like right now, it was like maybe here it was just written Abba. You just come. Sorry. So let's say like the year was just written therapy. You just come there and then you write about you. Okay, don't get ritual flow. Just try, look for a way of making that keyword, of course, in a flow. You just don't like say. Let me say you are saying like maybe your keyword was a lion, and then you are saying like this is a beautiful view. And then you just start, this is a beautiful view of lions, and then maybe it is not even relevant. You have to look for it, for a way of adding it in a way that it is flowing, because also the quality of your content matters. So you will look for a way of adding more of that, depending on the length of your content. Like if you've written a content of 1,000 words, of course you'll need like it should appear like at least 7. I think 7. Well, it's always 7 or 11 times. I don't know. Can't remember, but you'll just check. The Yoast will give you an error, so you will know the number of times that you should add it. And then now they told us the headings. These are the headings too. These headings too also you should add the ABBA therapy. Like this one. Okay, we have one here. What is ABBA therapy? At least it is appearing there. Now I need to look for a way of adding another.
As you type, I just wanted to ask, sorry to take you back. How did you get to this page from the WordPress?
From the WordPress, go to, let me show you. Can you share your screen? Let me show you your screen. Just share your screen. You go to post.
Mom, look at it.
Shut. Don't make noise, okay?
Close the microphone. Close the microphone.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, now go to posts. Up there, posts.
Where? Here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go to all posts.
Mm-hmm.
Mom?
Let's see. Okay.
Mom, look at Annie.
And then?
Now scroll down. Now you will get your post. Just click on any of them. Put the cursor below it. Like here you'll see edit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now can you go to this crafting? I think it's
this.
Mm-hmm. Did you create your content with the Elementor?
I think I did.
It's supposed to appear in the section of edit with Elementor.
Oh. I don't think I did that. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay, so just click edit with Elementor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it takes a while. So that's where it is, eh?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
So like the headings also you will add like 2 or 3 headings. You have the keyword. You'll just know how to fix it so that it's flowing. Also, let nobody see that you are trying too hard to post issues. And also, you just read the blog again. If you see there's a need of adding a keyword, where other chance you add the keyword there. But don't overdo it also. And another thing when you're doing SEO, now that you need to add is image attribute. You just click on the image and then you come here and choose image. You will see the image that you chose. It will be just highlighted there. Here it will show. And then you come here and you add. There's no need of always adding. Okay, you can add description and all that, but it's not a must. In SEO, what they're looking at is here, alt text. So we'll just write the ABBA therapy. We'll write all the keywords. If I wanted to put ABBA therapy, if I wanted to put autism, you'll just be putting them as many as you want. If you have 3 keywords, 4 keywords, you just add them. But you also need to add there because this one will help. Yeah, this one will help while ranking. You'll do the same to all images. If you have like at least half of the images, you should have that. If you have only 2 images, put for both. You'll add the keyword. Yeah. So another thing also to look at while optimizing your content is these headings. You will just add more like 3 of them: academic and cognitive skills, ABBA therapy. You can add that depending on your blog, specific blog. And then another thing is adding external links. Like there, I wrote a reference, so of course it has links already. But like inside here, you can just come and let's say you're talking about matching games. You can just come here and you will add a link. Let's say flashcards for learners, and let me know you'll just go and look for a link. You press here. Sorry, what is happening? Go back to content. And you can highlight anything that you want, and then maybe you can highlight flashcards and then you add a link. Maybe there's a website that is selling flashcards. You go and you'll Google a website and then maybe you add that link. An external link. That is not a link from your website. And you can add and first, these links need to be relevant. Like, let's say you're writing about flowers and then the link is about lions. That is not allowed. So, like, if you're writing about this thing and then if somebody clicks on this flashcard, this link should take them to a blog or a blog about flashcards or maybe Amazon where they're selling the flashcards. Yeah. So you need to include the external links so that other people's links there. You need to include like 2 or 3, yeah, for optimization. And then apart from that, now you need to include your links also. You can include your links in between here. If you had written an article about puzzle activities, you just come and write. You copy that link of yours and then you put it here. But also you can also add links by like just adding a button and telling people go back to let's say you can add a button Okay. Okay, may I add? So like you can add a button here and then you just add the button to your page. And then you can just write like about us content. You can write in any way, as long as you need to add internal links, and then you need to also add external links. You need to include the keyword in the headings, in the image attributes, and also in the content. You need to add more of the keywords so that they should appear like 5 or maybe 6 times, depending on the length. But Yoast will guide you. Is there a question, Lewis?
Actually, I have a question. When you are attaching a link to the text, is it when I navigate on my post individually, when I click on that link, is it supposed to redirect me to the external website that I have attached that link, or is it just supposed to remain like that on my post?
It's supposed to direct you, but if you're using Elementor, it will not direct you. Elementor is for editing, but if you go viewing your blog, you will be able to click on it. You should be able.
Oh, thank you. I was nilikuwa hapo.
Okay. Does anybody have any question on optimization, on Yoast optimization?
Do you encounter time when say you've exhausted all your free or whatever the web hosting free service?
Have you used it before?
No, I haven't.
No, it should be okay. I don't know why it's bringing that. It always allows you to host, I think, like for even 1 year or so, unless you've used it before.
No, I haven't.
Or maybe you can try logging in and out. If not, then you might need to create another one.
Okay.
Yeah, but Infinity Free always just offers you. Of course, there are even some things you might not even get there or be able to do. Because it is like just a free hosting. Like you see, like mine is not free. And like there are many templates that I can use. Yeah, in the blocks there are many templates that I can use. If I need like anything, you can have a template, a block. You don't have to use the whole website. You can just come here about us. It will give you a template. If you want theme, it will give you different design. You don't have to edit the whole template. You can just delete that section and then you add the ones you want. But I think if you have Infinity, I'm not sure if, like mine was not working. There are many options that you can choose from. The same if you have Templately. Templately also will give you different design. You can decide here blog and magazine, construction, if you just want to come and filter. Then you come here to starter. And starter, the ones that are free, you will get different ones at least, which are templates that are looking at least better than. Yeah, but those ones, I think, since you're using Infinity Free, maybe some things you might not be able to do. So, is there any question on SEO optimization on Yoast mainly? Let me say, or even if you want the keyword search.
Mine is now when because this we were able to go through Infinity Free and maybe create. I don't know whether you could create a website or something. Maybe the pages that we created. But how about now if a company gives you now maybe you have their URL. The only thing they give you maybe is their URL. So how do you go about the process of starting to market for a company? Like now even using
Then
this.
they cannot give you
What will they
their
give you?
URL only unless they want you to only do social media management.
Uh-huh.
You
So
need to ask them for which company are they hosting with, because that's the first thing you need to know. Are they hosting with Namecheap? Are they hosting with Bluehost? Are they using, even if they're using Infinity Free? Infinity Free also, there's a package you can pay. Are they using Canva? Nowadays, there are so many hosting companies. So that is the first thing you should ask them. They should tell you the hosting company. They should give you the logging in details. So
the
they need to
cPanel.
talk to the person who created the website for them or something, and they need to talk to them unless they have not paid them. Some of them will come to you and then they have not paid, and then they are not given those details.
So they give you the login to the cPanel.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. So once maybe you have the logins to the cPanel.
if you have the login to the cPanel, I said you will go to the Softaculous installer.
So we come back to Infinity Free or like
No,
when
yesterday I showed you guys my name chip, how I log into my name chip, and you are there one face.
no
You
no
remember?
I was maybe out when you were talking about Namecheap. I came when you were concluding.
Yes, if you when you're explaining that, maybe you can also show me how to get to the cPanel.
Mom,
Okay.
Okay, let me show you how I log into my name chip. They will always be different. Every host company will look different, but always just find your way to the cPanel. That is the easiest.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is the my worry today. Like what I was just asking myself, how do you start? Maybe for example now, Bounty Analytica maybe wants to do digital marketing that is a little bit intense. Where do we start?
Okay, let me show you how my name chip is. Even Bluehost is just the same.
Okay.
So this is name chip, and
So
then
this is the
if
one
you
you
are,
use for parenting with style.
yes.
Okay.
So if you come here, you'll always get this dashboard, domain, hosting list. Come here to the hosting list. Domain also, you can also, like, domain will give you a list of the domains that you've bought from them. You can, by the way, you can buy a domain in a different company and also host in a different company. So but it's always easy to buy a domain in the same place and host in the same place. So now in this case, if you want to go to the cPanel, just go to the hosting list. The hosting list here you will see, go to the cPanel. So it will bring you to this page. Can you see?
Yeah.
And then you will go to the WordPress Manager by Softaculous. But before going to this, if you don't see this one, you just go to the cPanel and then you will install. You'll just go to the Softaculous app installer and install. But in this case, I've already installed it, and then also the WordPress Manager is just there. It's just been put as one of the tools.
WordPress Manager will be present in all the hostings, in all the cPanels. Like,
Yeah, you'll install it. You'll install. You remember I said you will go to Softaculous installer and install WordPress. If it is not there, you have to install it first. After installing it, now every time you log in, it will be there. The WordPress manager will be there after installing the WordPress. And now you just get the same page like the one in Infinity Free. Then now you can just log in. The same to Bluehost. I don't know if they still have my Bluehost. I can't remember my user ID, but then Bluehost is also just okay. It looks different, but you'll just find your way to the cPanel always. I'll see next time if I remember my user ID. I'll see if I can. I used to use Bluehost before Namecheap. So that's all. Do you have any other question?
no, I'm okay on my side. That is what I wanted to know.
Yeah, but you will get some hosting companies, especially hizi za Kenya. Kuna zingine that charges hizi very cheap amount of money. Some of them they might not offer the WordPress, so they are not compatible with WordPress. So you need also to check before like paying for a hosting. You need to check, do they have that? But nowadays most hosting companies have.
How much do you pay for Namecheap in a year?
I don't remember, but I think it's always less than 10K. I think it's the first year. The first year is always cheap. Or if it is $4 or it is $5, the first year I think it's even less than $5. And after that, it's always 40 something, 48 I think, or 48 to 60 up. I'm not sure. But now that's hosting, and then there's the domain name. Depending on .co.com, .co.ke, of course, it's always cheaper. But Namecheap will allow you to host 3 websites. So it is good if you are having many websites. Do you have any question on SEO?
But there is an instance where I mean, one thing can mean the same, can mean two different things. For example, I wanted to write maybe a blog on protocols and services, but there is protocols and services the network side, and there is protocols and services side, yeah, the event. But when you search maybe protocols and services, the most, or maybe most of the, when you use the Google Ad Planner, the Google Keyword Planner, the one we installed, it's bringing maybe content about protocol and services side your network.
Now you need to add that protocol and services network if you want that network for it to bring for you things on network. Or you can add the other one if you want it to bring for you that.
Yeah, I tried that and it was okay. Yeah, maybe I might increase the length of my search word.
Yeah, you can increase the length or you can look at other things that people are talking about. And then now when you see like the keywords that are there, you can pick also one and Google that and see. The things that they are suggesting for you, they are the questions. You can Google that now, one of them, and see what you'll get.
I think Bill also has a question. Bill, on
And
can you
Yoast Nali, I've never tried that, so I can't know. Is it Kenyan? Bill, I've never tried. The one problem with the Kenyan hosting company, ukishikwa na shida, hey, utakaa hapo. Like let's say we've created a website and maybe you're selling stuff and maybe it's busy, maybe it's just busy like Jumia. Like 1 day of lack of network, of course, can cost you a lot. So like, but these Kenyan hosting companies, if you have a problem, they can ignore you. But things like Namecheap, if you have a problem right now, they will solve it even within 1 hour. You just raise a ticket or you just go and there you can chat with the guy there, and they'll clear the error there. So that's the thing. But if you have a website that is not so active, you're just doing it and you're still starting or growing, of course, you can just use the Kenyan hosting companies. Any other question? Okay, it's okay now. I think we can end the class if there's no other question. Yeah, good.